What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today in the blue color, playing also as Oranos. His name is Tunison. The map is competitive mega random. Yay! We're going to be getting treated to a lot of very, very fun different maps over the next month or so. There is technically a new map pool, I say in brackets, open bracket quotations marks, that we are using for the Pandora's Box tournament, of one of them of which is the competitive mega random map, which is in of itself already a ton of maps inside of itself. So lots to be looking forward to in this tournament. This isn't a tournament game right now. We're just warming up. The tournament literally starts. It starts on the 15th of May for those of you who don't know what time it is now, because I'm about to say tomorrow, but the 15th of May, and we're going to start seeing those games popping up very, very shortly and taking over the internet, as it's going to be a fun time, I'm sure. But for now, competitive mega random, for those of you who do not know, is effectively there is a limit on it, on the sorts of spawns that it can do. So it's not like true random. But inside of those spawns, they don't give you any... Knowing the spawns doesn't give you, or the map layouts doesn't give you any information as to what's actually on the map. A map could have like a tree line through the middle, and have high hunt. It could have the tree line through the middle and have low hunt, or it could have tons of gold. It could have less gold. All of these things. And the reasons why this map is, that was an unfortunate shot there from Kvoth. Probably, well, actually, no, it's smart. He didn't have to. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Fine. Don't worry about me. Yes. So we'll see how things are going to go. I think the competitive mega random is a map that should definitely be in the map pool if we were to update it, because it's just a really good set of maps which people would get a lot of enjoyment out of playing, I would assume. Anyways, we'll see how the game's going to go. It's an Oranos mirror, so lots of lessons to learn here. I did play against, I believe it was, no, can't remember who I played against. There was an Oranos player I played against a few weeks ago or months ago, and in an Oranos mirror, and I was going on about how defending is actually the correct way to play in a mirror matchup. There's no reason for you to be in front of your opponent in a mirror matchup. So defending is the way to go for the most part, and trying to squeeze out an advantage, if you possibly can, is the way to go. But if we do look at this town center over, you can see there's no hunt on it. If we look over here, there's no hunt. On this map, in fact, it's an incredibly low hunt map outside of the main base. This is a 5 giraffe, so 1500 food map spawn. I think the minimum hunt spawn on this map is 1000 hunt. So this is one of the lower hunt spawns. It seems as no player has found secondary hunt just yet. But finishing up over here, and we'll see how things are going to go as Kvoth advancing to the next age. Just going for a standard advanced line, both players roughly exactly the same here. Slight lead for Kvoth. It's Kvoth deciding to get pickaxe, whereas Tunison is going for the husbandry. A very, very interesting decision here from Tunison versus what Kvoth's gone for. I like this play from Tunison because he's realizing that this is a low hunt map and he's going to have to jump onto these cows. So getting the husbandry nice and early is going to fatten these cows up much, much quicker than Kvoth. So Kvoth here, he's going to have less food in his cows than Tunison, which will end up mattering moving forward in this game as Kvoth moves over onto the berry bushes here. You can see more scouting coming in. If we actually do take a quick look and see if there is any other hunt here, there isn't any other hunt to be grabbed. Just a lion, a hyena, that kind of stuff on the map, with a whole bunch of cattle to be grabbed and sent home. And Kvoth does get himself the husbandry right away after everything is said and done, so he will still get all of that extra all of that extra resources or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, we'll see how things are going to go as a mana does come down over here for Kvoth. We see the Oracle Scouts just checking around, trying to find as many cows as they possibly can. Mana coming up over here as the military barracks, cow barracks coming through for Tunison. Now, given that this is such a low hunt map, if it was me playing, I probably would think about grabbing this town center. It's close enough to this gold mine, and while the gold mine isn't forward, it's close enough. But grabbing this town center nice and early and then just sitting on cows, really, really good way to play, in my opinion. You can get yourself watchtowers. You can defend yourself really easily. You can be completely fine. We do see the Mermillo heroes coming through for Tunison as the Term are coming through as well. Over here, we see exactly the same thing for Kvoth. Both players playing very, very similarly, except that Kvoth is currently sitting at 300 food that he hasn't spent. Tunison sitting at 300 food that he hasn't spent, missing hand axe and pickaxe. And Kvoth is finding the slight edge here in having those upgrades. And we'll see how much that's going to help him moving forward in this game. As Tunison going to be moving across the map. Going to be looking to put some pressure onto Kvoth, who's just going to sit back here. He's not too worried. He can just retreat his villagers. Make sure they're nice and safe here, even pulling them over onto the cows. I like that he leaves the hero citizen here. That's a nice play there as the Kvoth unit's going to be swinging in, trying to look for a little bit of a raid onto Tunison as more units going to be coming through here. It's a really nice building positioning from Tunison, however, so he should be completely fine here. As the temple's starting to get bashed down, we do see Kvoth now popping out here, going to look to try and take out the Terma Mermillo of Tunison, as Kvoth says, no worries, Tunison's going to leave. I'm happy with that. A little bit of bashing happening over here. Got to be careful not to lose any units. Kvoth having a very good eye on the minimap here, as both players' population still very, very similar. As the game's going to continue along, I am surprised to see both these players going so heavy on military here, considering there really isn't that much that you can do with military at this point. You can't attack your opponent that hard. Gold mine's very defensive. Handful of units running around is enough to distract your opponent nicely. And we'll see how things are going to go as the Kvoth army looking around the map for something to do here. And we'll see how it all ends up going as Tunison starts throwing some arrows in from afar here as the Term are going to be retreating back. Doesn't want to lose that one too early. Good garrison micro from Kvoth. Thank you for the tier 1 Mogelini. Appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much. As we do see Valor getting dropped down here as Kvoth now getting even more of those hero citizens out. Both players get them though. Like, both players should be using their Valors at home for the most part. One little known trick here that I don't think many people are aware of, but there have been a couple of videos about it recently, is that if you are wanting a certain unit to be valid, the unit which is moving is the one that it's going to pick from before it starts going completely random. So what you can do is, if you don't want hero Term, for example, you can hit Q you can just click move on all of your units and then click on the unit and then hit Q, and then that unit will stop, and then you can click Valor and you will heroize only Mermillo in that situation. Thank you for the 4 months, Nico Strokes. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As Tunison now ready to start pushing out. We do have medium Mermillo plus a handful of these Terma out here, so he should be okay to take just a little bit of this fight. He's got to be a little bit careful, though, with this one. We do see a big shockwave here. That might be a disengaged shockwave as the heroes getting taken out. Good shockwave retaliation there as the Promethean going to start coming through. We do see the units now moving in. Look at these manners set up by Kvoth. Beautiful manners there defending his citizen over here as the Term are going to be pulling back here over on this location here. We do see a couple of Mermillo getting a little bit caught out here as the hero Mermillo are going to be able to do some good damage. You do see Kvoth deciding to turn around and deal with this one, but with the Kyro Ballaster coming in, that should be enough here to deal with that other Mermillo, taking that one out without too much of a loss here. Oh, that was a huge loss here by Tunison. He drops four Terma there out of nowhere as he drops down the population. That's going to allow... Look at the advantage that Kvoth has somehow managed to get here. He's getting Thea and Shaft Mine coming through here in this game. And look at the resources that Tunison has. He's got he's just not close to the heroic age moving forward. Not only that, we've also got more cows coming down. The farms slowly coming up here for Kvoth. Lots of resources in the bank to pump even more farms. He doesn't have plow just yet, but I'm sure it's on the cards for him. He can research it whenever he really wants to here. But he's got the farms down. Thea coming in. He's going to be able to spam out those dryads. And we do see a second town center coming down for Tunison. So this is a little bit of a different angle to go down in the Oranos mirror, which I really do not like. I don't think in the Oranos mirror, if you start one town center apiece, that going for the like 9-minute, 10-minute second town center or 115 population second town center makes a whole lot of sense, because it means that it gives your opponent a green light to simply just drop a market, drop a Tartarian gate, and be in a seriously strong position moving forward in this game. So we'll see how things are going to go here as the Stymphalian bird flying overhead going to be wait here for a while. I think keeping your Stymphalian birds in your base here is a good way to be dealing with the Tartarian gate though. So we'll see if Tunison is going to be able to get, he will be able to get heroic age. So what he should be doing now is saving all of the favor possible to spam Stymphalian birds to try and counter the Tartarian gate. That has to be the best way to play at this point here, as we do see the Stymphalian bird over here getting sniped down there by a hero Terma, but does manage to pick off a regular Terma there as a good trade there, as Tunison going to be retreating back. We do see some stray Terma out chilling at the top side of the map. The thing that Kvoth really wants to do now is he either should be thinking about trying to drop a palace and going in with... drop a palace and going... Well, he's got the Pegasus over here. Drop a palace and go in with destroyers for a really big push here. Start trading his units away so he can start getting destroyers and stay one town center, put all the pressure on. Or he should be trying to get 3 town centers up. As you do see these Terma now coming in onto this position, able to sneak through there. Can make a handful of dryads here to defend against this though, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem there as the heroic age does come through for Tunison. The military barracks all coming up around on this location here. As the Terma retreating through here, trying to find some sort of an attack. I still haven't seen what Kvoth is really going for here. He's been spending his resources, but I'm not exactly sure on what just yet. Is he getting armory upgrades? He must be. No armory upgrades, no line upgrades either, surprisingly enough. I thought something would be coming in as the Terma swinging in onto this location. You kind of have to use it on the temple to stop the Stymphalian bird mass from coming through, as the Promethean coming in onto this location to start taking this location down. The Tartarian gate down. He doesn't have Masons, but he is researching it, so it will come in time to help defend this one. Keep it alive for just a little bit. There might be a shockwave or something that he can throw down onto this position, but the Tartarian spawns will be coming in over here. Getting greeted in this location, though, by a palace. There's no pushing power here for Kvoth right now, and he has not gotten this town center up. He is sending the hero citizen over there. He needs to get the 3rd town center up as well behind this push as he's starting to take the palace down. We do see that the Tartarian gate has been cleaned up, and Tunison just calmly and collectively just retreats back into his base with the citizen. Doesn't lose a single citizen. He's got a 2-citizen lead here. And this play from Tunison just may save him in the game, as he does lose the palace. But there's going to be tons of units coming back in. There is the Lampede here, so he does have to be a little bit scared of that one there. At this point, don't know exactly how long until that special is back, as the Lampede are going to get surrounded there. Both Stymphalian birds do end up getting taken out, as Kvoth going to be retreating back, and he's going to have to start thinking about how he's going to be able to deal with the Tartarian gate, which Tunison is going to be able to put down in his face in the near future. As Tunison has, you have to be assuming right now that having a 3-citizen lead, which is equivalent to 9 villages, is a big enough lead here for Tunison to have an advantage moving forward in this game. He just needs to recoup his losses and see what he can do. But we'll see how it's all going to go moving forward here, as Kvoth starting to push in onto this location over here. The citizen getting taken out over here as well. So we do see a big shockwave getting dropped down in onto this position, as the Terma getting a little bit stunned there. Meanwhile, Tunison defending this as best as he can as Kvoth is trying to put all the pressure on that he possibly can, but I'm not sure he can actually win this fight. He does have the Dryad advantage for the time being, but more Dryads are actually coming through. Population advantage looking like it's heavily favoring Tunison in this fight. 108 to 102 population here as Kvoth does decide to retreat back ever so slightly here, as the Murmillo getting some good damage done, and Kvoth has to pull all the way back home. But here's the thing. I think that while this game's been going on, Kvoth didn't actually even get Sharpline. He did click it up, but he doesn't have it. So he doesn't actually even have a economic advantage in terms of technology either. But he does have his second town center up. He is going to be starting to build villages out of this one. His food has finished. He's trying to get as many of these farms out as he possibly can. No palace down here for Kvoth, so he's got no pushing power in this game. No ability to get any sort of gold star moving forward. He does decide to turn around. He does have the heavy infantry, but he doesn't have the resources to fight this. He needs to get up to 130 population to start dealing with what Tunison's going to have. And Tunison here pushing forward incredibly strong with this army. We do see the palace is now up for Kvoth. He's going to have himself the fanatic and everything else here. So that's going to be a really, really big help. That the units here retreating back for Kvoth. He's going to be sitting in his base, trying to think about exactly what he can do here. Meanwhile, over here, the Murmillo. A little bit of shoot and scoot here. Low HP Murmillo can go down, and Kvoth pays attention. He's always on top of this stuff, but does he have enough here to deal with this with his upgrade advantage? I'm not sure he will. It looks like the Tunison Murmillo will be able to win this one, but it looks like it'll be a 3-for-2 trade in the end, which is definitely a win there for Kvoth in the end. And Kvoth actually is annoying. He's going to be retreating his Murmillo away, trying to keep that one alive, it would seem. As Kvoth now pushing in with his Stymphalian birds here. Tunison still stuck kind of in the heroic age, not able to get to that mythic age. He's got his market down, but he's pulling back, trying to spend his resources as best as he can. He will be able to start skyrocketing up. He is looking like he's growing for a town center here, but that's going to be getting Kvoth will be putting a stop to that here. As Tunison retreats back. Spidey sense is tingling. He probably sees the Oracle sitting on that one. You've got to be a little bit more sneaky with the Oracle. Put him over here behind the trees. Kind of difficult to see that one where it comes down to. Champion infantry now coming through for Kvoth as Hecate coming through for Tunison. So the tech advantage is very much here for Kvoth. Villager-wise, Tunison is in front by quite a bit. In fact, I don't think... Well, Kvoth is now starting villages on this town center. The big question is going to be, can this tech advantage of champion infantry be enough to push through Tunison here? He's throwing up the palace. If you look at this gold mine, it's 1,000 gold left on it. And maybe Kvoth is going to be able to send a villager forward or something, drop a palace down on this large gold mine and have some success here with a gold staff on the third large gold mine moving forward in this game. We'll see how it's going to go. Champion Murmillo or infantry does come through. It's a huge bonus over the other Murmillo here. Still no armory upgrades as the Stymphalian bird trying to deal with everything. Tunison a little bit low on the population here. When this fight starts, he's going to be attempting to pull back here. He does have the palace here helping out. There's a lot of damage from afar here. 14 damage a second with 3 arrows shooting out of this palace, doing everything that they possibly can here as the Stymphalian birds doing what they can here to shoot down the Arcus as best as they can. And Kvoth goes, you know what? I need Dryads to be reinforced in on this fight as fast as he can. The thing is, Hecate is going to be getting popped down. We don't see any attempt here from Tunison to be throwing that down quickly. And it looks like Tunison getting gold starved here. Not able to do what he needed to. A really nice gameplay here from Kvoth with that Tartarian Gate. He did say here that his Tartarian Gate did nothing, but in all honesty, you don't see the damage that it did. I think if he had to pull the villagers off this location. It did a decent amount to slow him down and kept Tunison in that heroic age to then allow Kvoth to get that tech advantage going forward. Not only that, also having like fanatics, access to fanatics and everything else here. I think maybe if Tunison stayed heroic age here in a way instead of going for the mythic age and just bought himself like copper or bronze mail at this point, I think maybe he would have been in a better position, because then he could have had more units out to defend this push, potentially then go to grab himself a third gold mine and later get to the heroic age, mythic age through I would say you don't want to go Hecate here. Helios would have been the option, and then go for some jumping around plays and all the other good stuff. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.